So there you have it, my beautiful, bushy, all natural, completely grown in eyebrows. I don't usually let it get to this point, but I've been trying to let them grow in to even them out as much as they can, but this is the best that I can do. I think it's been about maybe almost a month since I've done them. I was able to hide because of the quarantine, so I was able to get away with it, but it is long past time for them to be done. As you can see, my left eyebrow is just naturally thinner and sparser than my right one. So before you guys even have to say anything, I'm well aware that they're not going to be even when this is done. They're never even, but I do the best that I can. First and foremost, it's always very important to make sure that your hands are clean because you're going to be touching your face, and while you're waxing, your skin is extra sensitive, so you want extra clean hands. Then you want to cleanse your skin with an oil-free cleanser. You don't want to use anything with oil in it because then the wax wouldn't stick because your skin would be too greasy. I like to shape and groom my eyebrows first, so I'm using this brush. It's just a regular eyebrow brush that you get in a makeup kit, but I use it strictly for waxing, so there's no makeup on it whatsoever. And then these scissors I just get in a manicure kit. So I'm going to brush my eyebrows upwards first so that I get all the long hairs to stick up so that I can cut off anything extra, because you don't want the wax to catch them, because then you'll get a hole in your eyebrows. Because even though that hair is sticking out of your actual brow, if you pull it and the root is somewhere in the middle, you're going to create a hole and it's going to be more noticeable than you think. By the way, the camera was clearly not my friend while I was filming this. It was constantly getting blurry and going in and out of focus, so I apologize for that. I did the best that I could, so please bear with me with that. After I do the tops, I like to go over with the bottom also and do the same thing, just pull them downwards and then trim them. Just because my eyebrows are very, very bushy, so I like to take no chances of getting any long hairs caught in the wax that I don't want to be caught. And then I just use a dry cotton pad just to brush all the excess hair off my face. And then I brush them back into place. These are the wax strips that I like to use. I like them because they're long, so I can keep them long if I want to do any type of body waxing, or I can just cut them into whatever size I want when I'm going to do my eyebrows. You can also get the muslin strips, which are like the more fabric-y ones, but I personally have just never liked them. Never have. I don't think I ever will, so I just stick to the cloth ones because they're more like paper and easier to control, in my opinion. I usually just use about 5 strips when I'm waxing my eyebrows. So this is the wax pot that I use. It's a little bit dirty, but I've had it for years. It's a Gigi wax pot, but the wax in it is not the Gigi wax. I'm not a fan of Gigi wax at all. This wax I actually got from a trade show. It's a honey wax also, but it has argan oil infused in it, so it's a little bit easier to play with. So yeah, you're just going to take a little bit of wax on your stick, so wipe off as much as you can, because the less wax you have is actually better. You pull off more hair when you have less wax. As you guys saw, I had my wax stuff set up in my bathroom, but I decided to make this video in my bedroom because I did this in the middle of the day and I didn't want to hog the bathroom because I knew it'll take longer than usual for me to do it because I'm recording it. So the angle I'm working at now is a little bit different than what I'm used to. I'm used to looking straight ahead into my bathroom mirror, which is a lot easier than what I'm doing now, which is looking down at the handheld mirror that I'm holding. So you're gonna see me struggling a little bit throughout this video because I'm just not used to working at this angle, but I promise you it's usually a little bit of a cleaner job than what you're gonna see here. But anyway, I'm just taking a thin layer of wax and applying it underneath my eyebrow. It's always good not to bring the wax all the way to where you want to wax off because it does spread a little bit after you put the wax strip on. So if you bring the wax right up to your eyebrow and you put the strip on, you're going to end up with much thinner brows than what you wanted. And the rule of thumb when waxing is to always apply the wax in the direction that your hair grows and then pull it off in the opposite direction. So I believe everyone's eyebrows grow in the same way, so you want to apply the wax going outwards and then pull the strip going back inwards. And since I'm such a perfectionist, it takes me a while to put the wax on, so it cools off a little bit before I'm done. So when I put my strip on, I rub it a little bit to heat it back up again to make sure that it still works, and then I pull. What you just saw me doing was pulling off the little pieces of wax that get left over sometimes. I just use the same strip and just go over those little leftover pieces. Well, as you guys can see, I do not realize that I'm completely out of the frame there, so we're just gonna have to use our imagination, but it's the same process as before. Just apply the thin layer of wax and then the strip. And by the way, I know usually when people get their eyebrows done, you would get the tops done first and then the bottom. I prefer using the bottom first because the skin there is a lot thinner and more sensitive, so I do the bottoms first strictly just to get it over with because it hurts. For the top, I like to use 2 strips, or I use the same strip but I just go over it twice rather than do it all in one go. I just feel like it's easier to get the entire arch that way. That's just me, not everybody does it that way, but that's just what works for me. So I pull off the first strip and then I just fold the strip just enough to cover the wax, and then I use that same strip and go over the second half and get the rest of the wax off. To me, it's just easier and less messy. And as you can see, I'm always pulling my skin tight as I'm doing this. Pulling your skin makes it hurt a lot less, and it also helps you pull the hair right out from the root. You cover a lot more ground when you stretch your skin. Side note, if you're into waxing your eyebrows, it's good to get into the habit of using firming skin products, because after years of all the skin stretching, it does have an effect on your skin and cause wrinkles easier, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, I'm at the middle. That's my favorite part to do. It's so easy, and to me the middle doesn't hurt at all. So again, I believe everyone's eyebrows grow the same, so you want to apply your wax going upwards and then pull the strip going downwards. And there is my unibrow on a strip. So this is what it's looking like after the waxing is over. It's a lot messier than usual, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleaning up. So this is what I use to get the wax off of my skin. It's very oily, so the wax rolls right off with it. I love using angled tweezers. I don't know where these are from. I've had this for years. My mom actually gave it to me, but I just feel like it's easier to use angled tweezers when you're doing your own face. But again, that's just me. And again, I'm stretching my skin as I'm removing the hair. It makes it hurt a lot less. To me, when you stretch your skin while you're tweezing, you don't feel it at all. And then again, it's easier to pull the hair right out from the root. If you don't stretch your skin, sometimes the hair breaks and then you still have the little stubble right up against your skin. I had to do a lot of shaping because, like I said before, it was very difficult for me to do my eyebrows at this angle. So I went back in with a lot of tweezing again and trimming and brushing, whatever I had to do to get them to look decent. So this took a lot longer than it usually does, but in the end I was satisfied with the result. So here we have it. This is the best that I was able to do with my natural eyebrows. As you can see, I will always have that one eyebrow that's thinner than the other, but these are the eyebrows that God gave me. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.